the ocean, quiet, space. We love space. We love quiet. It's not a lot of people. So when the Soviet Union collapses, with like rap, music, culture, movies, stand-up comedy, the more, to control what communism does really well when it works is to control people. You control their subconscious, their mind. So that's why there was all this, you can't speak bad about the government. There's all this censorship.
Right.
You can't say bad words, no sexual stuff. You have to keep people's subconscious subdued to control them, just like they're doing now in North Korea. That's what you have to do.
Well, just like even that's happening now here, I think in America is like, they're like the way that they sedate us with certain like things you can and can't say online, that sort of thing.
No, that's what you do. But the more tension creates, the bigger the release when you get to say it. Like that's how stand-up started in America. So much tension with the government, racial tensions, everything. And then a guy named Lenny Bruce starts riffing with a cigarette in his mouth and starts saying crazy shit. And people go into this room like, holy fuck, this is where you can talk off the record. This is how I talk with my friends when the government isn't listening, That's why communism. So that's how it,
that's how whispering started even.
Exactly. And literature back in the day, why Russian literature is so beautiful, it's because it's out of all this poverty and you have to speak through the flowers. That means I can't say fuck the government, but I can say it in a different way.
Right.
That's why, so parameters, like having parameters also create beautiful art. And then when the Soviet Union collapsed, all the floodgates are open. We get South Park, Chappelle Show, Knight Rider, MacGyver, Grey's Anatomy, Felicity, Friends.
Yeah.
It's all like coming into our consciousness.
Yeah.
And then me and another friend, Sander, and another group of guys, the comedy Estonia guys, used to be on our organization back in the days. We were the first generation of comedians. So now we're the first adults talking about stuff that American entertainment talks about. Potty mouth stuff.
So they didn't
stuff.
have it before?
Not at all.
So you didn't, when you were a kid, they didn't have like an Estonian comedian?
We had comedic influences, but it's all controlled by the fucking, it's all mainstream. It's all, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody.
Like Big Bird or something.
Yeah. Like Tonight Show, Johnny Carr, like stuff like that. It's not. So then when we started, we were like first ones at the well. The first ones at the well of creativity. Well, now that there's no lines, the internet keeps everything open. So it was a big explosion. Open mics would have hundreds of people.
In Estonia?
Yeah, open mics, literally people squeezing in just to see this new art form. So it was a beautiful explosion. It's like fucking the Beatles shit, Yeah, so it was amazing for us,
Dude, that's so cool.
And
it's so incredible, man.
The first hours of material, let's be honest, they're not the most original just because as I said, we're the first ones at the well. I just got the first cup of water.
Yeah.
No one's ever made an airplane joke. I'm going to do a fucking 12-minute closer. That would be so hacky here. But it's the first time anyone's talked about this.
Wow, dude. That's so wild.
Yeah,
there is something that's so thankful about, like, let me say something. That's why I think we're in a spot now where comedians sometimes are the people that are the only ones and the few podcasters that are saying something that's like not the mainstream narrative.
Well, exactly. And that's how podcasts basically took over the media. It's just because the more you subdue the subconsciousness, the bigger the release.
What's that movie? This movie's great if you've ever seen it. It was the movie
Titanic.
Titanic. Titanic's so good, huh?
It's a great movie.
They had it in your country?
Late, but I had it.
God.
I think we're getting Avatar next year, so I'm very excited about that.
Dude, yeah, I remember being in Vietnam and they had just gotten Stand By Me when I was over there.
Wow.
And they were fucking crazy. You had all these Vietnamese people dressing up like the characters from Stand By Me and singing that song, When the night it come, the land is gone.
We all dressed up as Blade when we got Blade. Remember Blade?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, everybody had sunglasses and a leather suit. If you go to a nightclub, it was the bouncer was Blade, the guy getting him was Blade.
Andrew Dice Clay
it was
contest,
Blade
yeah.
IDing Blade.
Yeah.
It was everyone was fucking.
Yeah.
Dude, leather sales skyrocketed. Dude. I reckon the leather industry in Italy was like, man, what's happening in Estonia? Blade was huge. This was me. This was all of Estonia for like 3 years.
And do they have a lot of black people in Estonia?
3.
Good.
Yeah.
And how's that been? If we interviewed them, what would they say? Do you think it's been good?
Yeah.
Okay, dude. So it's been hit or miss. It's been
hit or miss for sure. But I would say Estonians, Eastern Europeans, Northern Europeans, it's not. See, racism is embedded in you having a preconceived notion about a certain group of people, and I would say living in America, it probably gets validated in an echo chamber. If you grow up in a white neighborhood and and it's a racist neighborhood, you're going to have this notion and then you're going to grow up and understand, okay, that was just my childhood. In Estonia, if you don't really have black people around, the racism is kind of, it's firing into darkness.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be in Canada and I'll see like black people in some Canadian places, and it doesn't feel like there's any of the tension and weird shit that there is in America. And I'm not saying that it's so fucking different. You're like, oh, this is how things are supposed to be. And they also keep like repeating this same narrative in America. Like it's getting beat. It's like we should be able to, I think at some point, start to move past some of this stuff. It's like, what are we still doing?
I know. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm still chewing a piece of gum from fucking 150 years ago,
yeah,
and there's a taste in my mouth, after a while, it's because at a certain point you gotta,
let that gum go.
Yeah, or just get, take part of it out of your mouth, or give it a little bit of a rest sometimes.
Yeah.
But there's some people that just want to chew like some of the same gum. And maybe that's messed up for me to say, but it blew my mind when I was in Canada and I was like, oh, there's not this racial tension here at all.
Yeah, and absolutely. There's people who are, it's racism due to ignorance is one thing,
Yeah,
and
totally. I'm not saying that doesn't exist, but.
And it's like, Estonians, we drop N-bombs, but it doesn't have the history you have here. We have, we don't even say black people, we just drop the word. But
what?
You guys have, we don't have the word you have.
Right.
We say like negro, which you guys say too, and it's not a good word.
Right. Well, especially being from the South, some of it, it's like, yeah, it's all like, I agree. There's such a history with it, like certain terms here that you don't want, like, it's not cool.
Exactly. So, but there's none of that weight attached to that word. So if a white guy will be drunk and yell it at a black guy, it's just because he's a fucking baboon brain. But there's no deep conceived fucking hatred behind it.
Right. But if a white guy gets drunk and yells at a black guy, that's fucking kind of racist.
No, it's racist. The action is racist for sure. But what I'm trying to say is he makes it out of ignorance. It's not, there's no like,
right.
And it's like.
But yeah, I think our media over time kind of perpetuates it or wants to keep that flame burning because it also keeps a lot of fucking anger in certain communities.
Unity has $0 in it. Division has the bank.
Amen.
There's no reason for people to get along. There's no money in us having an open conversation and being happy with our lives. There's no money in that.
Think about that.
I fucking hate your ass, and I need to be better than you, and you want to be better than me. That creates revenue.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no revenue in peace.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's interesting. It's sad. It's a lot. I'd love to talk more. We both have to go to the airport.
We have to go to the airport.
So people know that.
Are you excited to travel, like to see places like Estonia or no?
Oh, dude, yes.
What would you think about that?
Oh, I would love to go there, man. Like I love to travel so much. And then I hate to say this, but it's like, I got into podcasting and then it's a lot. And also like work started going really good. And then like, that's a lot. And so it's all been like gifts.
I know.
But, Yeah, in the next like year or two, I wouldn't mind maybe falling in love or something and going traveling, or just going and traveling. It'd be nice to have like somebody to do, like, you know, you get those things that you do with. My mom wanted to go to Italy. I think I might try to take her there. So I have to bring it up to her and see if she wants to go do that. But dude, yeah, I want to go see some more places. I've been fortunate to see some places. But I would love to get to go see some more. Like that semester at Sea Trip was like the first time I ever like got to, like, I remember we docked in like South Africa.